Hello, my name is Cheyenne and welcome back to another video. Today I invite you to paint with me while I kind of do a deep dive into, do I spend too much on nail polish? My friend said I did. So I want to talk about how much it costs to get your nails done at a salon versus doing it at home. But before I dive too deep into that, I'm going to first at least set you guys up where if you want to follow along on the tutorial, you can. So I'm starting with KB Shimmer's Ridge Feeling Base Coat. I love this base coat. I bought a refill bottle for it. That's how much I love it. I have pretty deep ridges on my nails and this polish has a pretty good longevity, so it works great for me. I'll get more into that later. For the rest of this manicure, I'm going to be using Holo Taco's Rainbow Collection. So this one is Banana Hat, which is what I'll be using as the base color for this manicure. Next up, I have Oh My Gorge from Holo Taco. This is just an orange cream. Then I have Left on Red, which is just a red cream. Rusting Witch Face, which must have come out in an October collection, but I don't remember when this one came out. Royalty Blue, which is one of their first cream polishes they launched. And lastly, my favorite conceptual polish, which is Green Screen. The owner of Holo Taco named Christine actually did green screen things onto her nails, which was pretty funny. And I can't take credit for this design. I was heavily inspired by Nail Art by Sophia. I love her style, check her out. Now, like I briefly mentioned earlier, I'm going to be using Banana Hat for the base color of all of my nails. There's a few reasons why, and that's because yellow polish is generally a little bit more patchy, and also I've always heard from my art teachers that you should always use lighter colors first before putting any dark colors over them, which is what I'm going to be doing. And I think that's probably enough information to get you started. Like I mentioned before, this isn't necessarily going to be a tutorial. This is more of a paint with me while I try to prove my friend wrong that I spend too much on my nails. Now let's start with the base coat. I like to use KB Shimmer's Fillin' Groovy, which a single bottle of that is $6.50. Or if you buy the refill bottle like me, it's $38.50. For me, a single bottle will last me about 6 months and I use it maybe 4 times a month, so I'm assuming I get 24 uses. I tried to double check to see what other people have recorded in the past. Essie seems to estimate that one of their bottle you can get 30 uses out of. I don't use Essie a lot, but I was surprised to see that their bottles are slightly larger than KB Shimmer's. Essie's are about 13.5 milliliters, while KB Shimmer's is 13 millimeters. Assuming that Essie has done their research maybe better than me, I took their numbers and adjusted mine, and I'm going to be assuming that I can get 29 uses out of a 13 milliliter bottle, which comes out to 22 cents per use. I also use KB Shimmer's Clearly on Top coat, and the pricing is exactly the same, which made the math super easy. That's 22 cents for the top coat as well per use. Now here comes the fun part. I took a sample size of 30 polishes from my collection. Maybe I should have done a bigger sample size, but I tried to focus in on brands that I have most of because that's going to ultimately dominate my collection. I came up with an average of $12.35 per bottle. I generally tend to buy boutique or indie polishes, and as time has progressed, I've been buying more and more indie polishes. I find that boutique polishes are actually a little bit more expensive sometimes than indie. But of course, these are going to be more expensive than the average drugstore polish. When I first started building my collection, I was always looking for sales. While I think I have dropped off over time because I've gotten more interest in limited edition polishes from Polish Pickup or from small brands, 23% of my polishes I ended up buying on sale, with most of the time those polishes then being 20% off. And 50% of my collection was actually gifts and polishes that I got to help swatch for product photos. But to keep all the math simple, let's just say again that I'm spending $12.35 per bottle of nail polish. Generally, I would say I use 2 coats of color for a manicure, which comes out to 85 cents. Again, assuming that I'm going to get 29 uses out of it. Now, I could call it a day and just say, that's enough math for me. But I decided to go even deeper because generally when you go to get your nails done at a salon, you're doing the whole 9 yards. So I decided to include acetone in this estimate, which I had a harder time coming up with a number for because I don't usually track too closely when I pull the trigger to buy more acetone. But I am just going to assume that I buy 1 bottle at least every 6 months. And I use my acetone at least 6 times per month, so I'm going to get 36 uses out of it. I normally just pick up the Ulta brand bottle from Ulta because it's convenient, and that is $5 per bottle, which comes out to 13 cents per use. I'm going to also include nail oil in this estimate, and it actually takes me quite a good while to use up a nail oil pen. Maybe I don't use it as much as I should, but I'm estimating it takes me about 1.5 years to use 1 pen, and I use it about 10 times per month. A pen might cost $6, so that means I get 180 uses out of it, and so that comes out to 3 cents per use. I also thought generally when you go to get your nails done at a salon, they also are nice enough to lotion your hands. So I wanted to include lotion in this estimate. I sometimes use a hand-specific cream, but generally I use a CeraVe lotion. It was recommended to me by my doctor because I have sensitive skin, so I've just been sticking with that. I bought a 2-pack from Costco, which was $29, which comes out to $14.50 per bottle. My husband also uses this, and he uses it about 2 times a day. I don't just use it on my hand, I also use it on my face, arms, legs, but I am estimating that it takes me about 7 months to use a full bottle, so that's 840 uses or 1 cent per use. It's a pretty good deal. Now, I did wonder if I should include time on this estimate because normally when you go to a salon, you're paying someone not just for their materials, but also their time. But then I was kind of thinking, well, generally to go get your nails done, you're also showing up for it too, so your time is being used up either way. Plus, I think that painting your nails is enjoyable or fun. So I think you're kind of getting something out of it that you don't normally get when you go to the salon. Maybe some people will find getting their nails done relaxing, but my point in the matter is I just don't think it makes sense to factor in time for this estimate. So this brings us to the grand total of $1.46. So if you want to enjoy the luxury of someone painting your nails for you and you go to a salon, it's definitely going to be more expensive than doing it yourself at home. Generally, the average manicure starts at $20, but with inflation and tip, maybe let's round up to $25. So you're almost saving $23 by doing your nails at home. And in my experience, normally when I go to the salon, my manicure will start chipping after 2 or 3 days. It doesn't last very long, so that's why I used to not like doing my nails or even getting them done professionally. But when I started using polishes from independent brands or from boutiques, the quality of the polish is much nicer. With some good polish and base coat and top coat, a manicure can last me for 2 weeks, sometimes more, sometimes less, but on average 2 weeks. Some gel manicures last for 2 weeks, and a gel manicure at a salon costs way more than a lacquer manicure. A gel manicure normally starts at about $35. Assuming you're also gonna give a tip, you'll save probably at least $35 by painting your nails at home. And let's say you like to always have your nails polished, you're probably getting your nails done at a salon at least 2 times a month. That comes out to $70 per month. And let's say you also maybe spend $10 in tips. I would then probably be saving about $77 per month doing my nails at home. And again, I know this is not drugstore polish, so it is a little bit more of a steeper price point, but I'm not usually buying polish every single month. There are some months where, yes, maybe I'm buying a little bit more, like in September or October, to find some really fun Halloween polishes because those are totally my jam, or spending a little bit more during Black Friday because I'm trying to take advantage of deals. But other than that, for the most part, I try to limit how much I spend each month on polish because I only have so much space to store my polish too. It doesn't make sense for me to keep buying more. I'm already finding polishes that are pretty similar in my collection, so I'm trying to enjoy what I have, but sometimes something interesting does come onto the market that I can't resist. Anyways, so I just went and checked to see how many polishes I have in my collection, just in case anyone's curious. I have 166 polishes. I thought I was closer to 200, but yeah, assuming, again, across a sample size of 30, that each polish is about $12.35, that means the value of my collection is $2,050. But again, 50% of my polishes were gifts or polishes that I got for swatch jobs. So I'm gonna estimate I've maybe spent around $1,025 on my collection. But again, 23% of my polishes I got were on sale, so it was probably even lower than that. And I've also been building up my collection over a couple of years, so it's not like I dropped $1,025 all at one time. It's been spread out over a period of time. I still have polishes in my collection that I had since high school. Ultimately, it is my hobby. I kind of just actually wanted to figure out how much does it all cost because I thought it was kind of fun. I'm not actually salty about my friend's comment. I just thought it would be fun to kind of dive into how much it costs to do your nails versus doing it at home. I get a lot of joy out of doing fun nail art, which again would have been even more expensive at a salon, but I love doing nail art. It gives me a chance to express myself and be creative. I love the opportunity to brag when someone compliments my nails when I'm out and about and to say I did them myself. I get a lot of pride out of that. So for me, it's totally worth it, while for maybe someone else, going to a salon might be totally worth it for them because it gives them a chance to decompress and relax while someone else takes care of them, which is also important. I would also love to hear from other nail enthusiasts. Do you think my estimates are close to right? I think that I might be a little bit off with my nail oil estimates, but it probably is just a couple of cents difference. So it's probably not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoy these paint with me style videos, if you'd like to just watch me paint my nails while I talk about a random topic, mainly talk about probably nail polish. Again, I need to give a shout out to Nail Art by Sophia for inspiring this look that I'm creating today. I really love it. It's so bold and vibrant, and designs like this to me look kind of expensive because they look super elaborate, but they're pretty easy to do. I love designs like this where you get to patch together globs of color. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every single Saturday. And with that, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!